Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. Welcome to this special episode of the Chicken Steak Podcast. I'm your host, Bruno, and today, my co-host is going to be my friend Echo.
Yo. Fucking cringe was already.
Okay, remember, control your profanities.
Yes, I am.
Though
I respect all my African American friends.
if you have okay, that's already sus.
What do you mean?
But if you have oopsies, I will certainly edit it out. So, today, David has been having some technical issues this week, and also he's just been burnt out from work. So, I had to settle with Echo being my co-host this week. I know it's a big downgrade, but guys, we're just gonna have to deal with it. And, yeah, so, we this is gonna be a more of a, like, free-form podcast, because this literally, like, last minute I got Echo to be my co-host, so we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens. But I think the first, like, topic we wanted to talk about is me and Echo and some other of the guys this week have been getting into Valorant. So in the past we had played it a fair bit, but now we're like super playing, well, not super, but like playing it often enough to like call ourselves Valorant gamer.
Valorant. Well, you've been playing it a lot. I've not been playing it that much.
Well, yeah, I've been like going no life on it almost. But like, so far, what's your opinion on the game? Like, especially since we both of us played in beta, what's your like opinion? Has it changed whatsoever? Does it still feel the same? You know, do you still like it?
Well, it feels decent. Like all these types of shooters feel similar. Like the big difference is here that it feels like a mix of CS:GO and Overwatch.
Yeah, like
The gunplay feels better than Overwatch, though. For example, in my opinion.
Yeah,
No, Overwatch feels a bit stiff sometimes.
I can agree with that. It's like basically like a hero shooter CS:GO for anyone who doesn't know about Valorant somehow.
Yeah. Like the biggest sketchy thing is the fucking anti-cheat. Like they say they don't steal data from it and shit like that, but like, you know, who can you trust really?
Yeah, it is a kernel level anti-cheat, which is
And it's
not
owned
a
by
good.
Tencent.
Also, very notorious Chinese company. Nothing against the Chinese.
Hello, all my homies from Pyongyang or whatever.
Oh god. If this episode isn't demonetized, I don't know. Although, it can be demonetized because we make no money from these videos. So, yeah. Okay. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that I like how slowly, like, it's all started with just me getting back into the game and playing it like every day for like a couple of hours, and with time, like, I get Echo into the game, I get Alexis into the game, I get some other people into the game, and it's like slowly I'm building my Valorant empire.
Yeah, because you fucking were so raging one day. I thought, man, I need to play with you to cool you off a bit.
Well,
Then
yeah,
we could at least make some comedy happen.
it did help.
Yeah. With our German friends in the voice chat, you know.
Oh
with
god.
randoms.
Oh god.
With a Polish kid there as well.
I think
No, not go in details more, I think. No?
I think the Valorant community is, out of all like the big like PvP games, is the most scuffed community from my experience. Though it's League doesn't have like fully open voice chat, so I think if League just had like no control voice chat, it would also be that scuffed. But in Valorant, you go in. Me and Alexis had a game where we were playing with a couple Germans.
The classic.
Yeah, and we were on Icebox.
Oh yeah.
And one German, he got really salty because one round, like I was of course MVP because I'm the best, and we're winning the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I am left in a 1v2. I killed this one guy, and then the other guy's on site already planted. Or no, we planted it, and I was 1v2 because the second guy was defusing. So I'm slowly creeping up to the bomb, and the guy in voice chat is like, "Come on, man, come on, he's defusing, come on," like getting on my nerves. And then like three of our, like including me, Alexis, and one other teammate, were like, "Shut up, man! You're bottom fragging with 4 kills." And then the game, like, he just snapped. for the rest of the games, like, respectfully, man, oh, you're so good. I wish one day I was like you, man. Respectfully, the word respectfully is his favorite word, I think.
Oh
He
shit!
said the word at least like 18 times in the time span of 4 minutes. He's like, respectfully, I think I need to learn from you, man. Respectfully.
I feel like it was partially meant like an insult, but like,
Well, yeah. Like, of course, it wasn't meant to be respectfully.
oh no, I thought that, yo, dude, you're becoming a sensei.
No,
Like this.
but wait. This this anime has an arc, you know. It
Oh,
starts with the rivalry between me and him talking shit. Then it's like slowly everything's calming down, but he's still talking shit. And then by the end game, the romance blossoms because I say I'm sorry, he says he's sorry, and he says that I'm a cool guy. I'm saying you're a cool guy, and then we win the game. He's like, "Hey man, I hope you have good games." I'm like, you too.
oh
So it's
shit!
like this roller
Oh,
coaster
what a
of
nice ending.
emotions in one game of Valorant.
Coach.
God, I miss Coach.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry, be better.
When League ranked is scuffed as hell.
Oh
I don't want to play
god.
that thing ever again.
I mean, I don't even play League anymore, but League ranked. That's a
Oh.
different beast entirely.
Yeah, real troglodytes play that.
Then again, Smite ranked.
Oh, just don't tell. Yo, dude, I accidentally had a good rank in it and I played like 1 or 2 games.
Yeah,
And
like
I was higher ranked than, you know, a Romanian
Mag.
friend.
Yeah, both me and you just like by accident became higher ranked than Mag.
And I was by quite a good margin.
Yeah, it was like 4 tiers or something. Ugh.
God damn.
Okay, the second topic we got on our little beautiful topic list is that Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 Remastered have finally come out on PC. Now, you've been waiting for this for a long time, haven't you, Echo?
Yeah, but I completely forgot. It was a surprise this week that I got when I noticed it come out this week. God damn. It's like, oh,
So, for anyone
yeah.
who doesn't know, you want to explain what the Yakuza series is?
So basically, it's well, God damn it, should have prepped for it. Well, basically, it's a story, you know, about a guy, you know, he's part of the Yakuza, no, the Japanese mafia.
Yeah.
So, usually, he accidentally, or he's kind of forced to get in some shit, and to get out that shit, he beats up most people that are in his way, and he loves taking care of kids.
Yes.
He runs an orphanage in already the third game. So that's in the combat's really good in it. Like in the Zero and both Kiwamis and the sixth one, it's good. The seventh one took a different approach. It became a what is it
Turn-based?
called? Turn-based, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting approach. Still wanna try it. Haven't played that one yet. I've been playing the third one for the past few days. It's good, like the story is good, but like you can really feel that the gameplay was improved by time because the remaster didn't change much of the gameplay. It mostly focused on bringing it to PC and like textures improvement.
So far, like, playing through 3, what would you say was your, like, fondest moment, and also what moment made you rage the most?
Oh, you know the fondest moment when you so you need to find so pretty much your boy, your close boy gets like shot up by a chopper with a minigun in
Yeah.
a skyscraper. You want to track down who did it, so you track down one of the Tojo family subsidiary families, like the Nishikiyami family.
Yes.
Like it's been run by a fat guy, by a big sumo guy who very likes to have action with women often. So you find him in a love hotel by pretending to be two
Oh, I'm
game,
remembering this.
and then when you find him, well, yeah, you chase him through the stairs and shit, and then the boss fight at the end of it, like you have action that you need to hump him, and pretty much he's bent over on a counter, and you need to like, pretty much pushy as they say. And then after that, you like pretty much do like a Kama Sutra pose that you are kind of breaking his back on the bed,
Oh god.
which is an interesting one in the third game moment. I
Yeah.
haven't finished it, so maybe there's something spicier even.
And what's like a moment that's like made you rage the most?
I think it would be. Mm, there is in the third game. There's a running mini game where you need to chase people.
Mm.
It's a bit annoying because often you either need to run away completely, but you have a stamina bar which does not replenish, and if you run out of it, you lose instantly, and you need to reset the whole fucking running fragment.
Oh god, that sounds. I'm guessing the controls also aren't the best.
They're decent, but like you hit something, even a little bit, you stop completely, and if you're getting chased, you get catched, and you need to spam that A button to escape
Jeez.
from it. But you lose so much stamina that you most likely lose it. Well, I'm playing it on hard. Maybe it's easier on like medium or easy, but like I don't know.
Maybe.
Wait, I think there was only medium and hard, not easy. I don't remember.
So,
Okay.
an interesting thing that's been happening. This is like it blew up this week, but it started like last week, I think. GameStop's and some other companies' stocks that like open stocks that you can buy on the like stock market. They've been booming.
Yeah.
So
I know.
from what I heard, the story was that some Reddit, like some subreddit, got salty at like rich people, so they're like, "Yo, gamers, let's buy out all these stocks and make them look inflated, so rich people buy from us and we scam them."
I think TikTok was a bit of influence as well in it.
Oh god.
Dude, there's TikTok stock market advice givers.
What?
So,
Oh god.
like I heard that there are such people that give goddamn stock advice on TikTok.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. I think it was Wall Street Bets, but I'm unsure.
Mm.
But maybe it was the Reddit.
But yeah, basically, let me look up the actual numbers. GameStop stock. So, so pretty much before, I think it was like at its lowest, it was $14. Oh no,
I think
that's
it was
not.
even less.
No, that's not its lowest.
Like
Wait.
I saw it like once for like $1 or something.
In last month, it's been. Let's say last 6 months. The lowest has been like $4, but it started like in the beginning of January, pretty much, and around then it was like 18ish bucks for a stock. It is now escalated to $325 per stock.
Oh, I think it dropped a little bit. But people are kind of cucking it now.
The thing is, the way I look at this is almost like freaking cryptocurrency in a way.
Yeah, kind of.
I'll admit, I don't fully understand cryptocurrency, but from what I understand, like, the value that's added onto it is, like, inflated and not, like, actual, you know? So it's
Yeah.
more like stock market gambling in a way.
Well, the thing is, a lot of billionaires lost a lot of money because of this.
I can imagine.
Like, a lot. And they're crying that this should be regulated.
Well, yeah, one of the bigger, like, stock trading apps on
Robinhood.
phone. Yeah, Robinhood. They disabled both the GameStop stocks and the other one that was being
Yeah, you can't buy
bought
them.
up. Yeah. And the thing is, doing that is illegal. So I heard that there's some actual like lawsuits going on against Robinhood now, because some rich people just wanted to pretty much cuck everyone and stop this. Well, no, I won't call it scamming. I'll just call it like inflation of stock price, and that's pretty illegal because that's. Okay, I'll admit I don't know the exact laws, but if you just ask me, it sounds illegal.
I'm not sure either.
Rich
I'm
people
not
just
in the stock
controlling
market.
what stocks you can buy, even though it's like the open stock market. But yeah, that's been the situation in the economy these past 2 weeks. So many people have just made millions from this as well.
Man, I kind of wished I would have invested a bit,
Yeah,
but I heard about it too late.
you always get these moments like I remember when Bitcoin was still small. So back in like not like recently small when it fell, but when it was still growing in like 2012 or 2013 when Bitcoin cost around like one Bitcoin was like €100. Like I could have afforded that, then waited like 6 years and sold it for like 100K.
Yeah.
So like it's always there's these moments where like God damn it, I wish I like got this deal. But I don't know. I think it's more like a thing where it's like the reason we wouldn't take such things is because it's so high risk. Because you always hear about the success stories.
Yeah.
You rarely ever hear about the failures where people invest and then lose everything.
Yeah. It's a bit risky.
That's the thing with the stock market. It's a high risk, high reward type of thing.
Oh god damn, the payouts are big.
True. It's like if you like gambling, like drop the casinos, go for the stock market.
I know who shouldn't get to go to do fucking stock market.
I know too. Yeah. Okay. So the next topic we got lined up is a bit of a weird one. Because basically, we wanted to discuss what each of our ideal MMORPG would be. Because me and Echo, me very much so, but Echo also, to a certain extent, we love MMORPGs.
Yeah.
Like, we play them a fair bit. And oftentimes I've sat around complaining that, oh, this game doesn't have that, what the other game has, and so on and so forth. And I just thought, what would be our ideal MMO? Like setting wise, gameplay, combat wise, maybe story wise, microtransactions, or what like payment model, all that. So
Payment model. Oof.
I think we'll like go through like each like plan point and then name each of ours.
Yeah, that sounds much better than half-assing a full fucking explanation.
So what do you think like setting wise? What would be the setting you would want the most in an MMO? It can be a setting that's already been done a million times, or a setting that's never been done before.
To be honest, like, kind of medieval shouldn't be bad in my opinion. Like with magic could be as well entwined.
So like
Could
medieval
be
fantasy.
Yeah. But to be honest, they could go a bit further into like, like something like with muskets and shit.
So like Napoleonic era maybe.
Yeah, Napoleonic, the American Civil War, something like that. Maybe like the golden age of piracy. And,
A fantasy pirate game sounds really
Yeah.
cool.
But you need to control your ship maybe as well.
The thing is, I've always thought, how would a pirate game work as an MMORPG though?
I think there is one that's pretty old.
Well, I think
But
there was a
like-
thing called Pirates of the Caribbean Online, but
No, not only that. Not only that, there's a different one. There was a different one.
because like
It was decent. Decently populated ages ago.
I could easily see how like, for example, like trading and PvP would be like done in that game. That I can see easily. Like
Yeah.
just make it like I don't know, Sea of Thieves or something. But how would like, well, I guess an MMORPG doesn't need to have like great PvE content. But like, if you wanted to like add dungeons or raids, how would you do that? Like,
I would say that it should have two things that like if it would be like that. It should have a ship combat and on land combat. Like I would think that like the ships could have like mythical attacks that like I don't know like got them they pull out a big cannon and you could call Thor's fucking lightning to power it and then and blast the waves around.
I actually just got an idea. You know how like often there's different type of like PvE queues, like dungeons, raids. What's in Guild Wars? Fractals, then delves in ESO. I think it would be cool if for like a pirate MMO, if there was a PvE queue where like it's like a huge, like almost like world boss. Yo, that's it. It's not an instance. It's a world boss. You like sail out into the open seas, and then like some huge sea monster appears, and like
Kraken and
12 ships with like 6 players on each ship have to like tie the Kraken down and then shoot cannons on it, and maybe some special classes need to like hook onto the monster and like hit its vital parts.
Maybe there's like ship class, like tank ship, like
Oh,
healer
like
ship.
in World of Warships.
Yeah.
But like,
Um,
yeah, I get what you mean. Like, get the like holy trinity in MMOs: tank, damage, and healer.
They were like if how I would like it that it if it would have like ship combat and like land combat. I feel like they either both would feel half-assed or one would feel much shittier than the other. For example, I don't think you can do 2 combat systems very well.
I think you can in a way. So let me explain. As I said before, on a ship you would have 6 players, for example. That's a random number, but let's say 6. One player controls the ship, the other 5 are on deck.
Yeah.
So like the captain literally controls the ship and maybe has some abilities. Then you have the other 5 on deck. Let's say 3 of them control like cannons and harpoons, and then 2 of them can like grapple onto the monster and like attack it like melee. Like I was thinking like that. So like a mix of roles. And then for land combat, I thought like maybe it could be like a dungeon or raid where you find this cursed island and you have to find its treasure and fight like undead skeleton pirates or something like that.
And Imhotep.
Yeah, so like you could find like Mayan ruins and stuff like that. Oh, that'd be cool.
It gotta have to. It has to have Imhotep, dude.
What setting would I want? I know I've kind of actually wanted to see. So you remember Secret World Legends?
Yeah.
I wanted to see more like modern day setting MMOs with like modern day like gun melee combat, like swords like katanas and like fighting batons and maybe not gunblades, like shotguns, AR-15s, baseball bats, but then add magic to that because I actually really like that aspect in Secret World. It's just not a successful MMO, and then. But I don't think that's my ideal one. That's just an interesting one. For me, the ideal one... Now, this is a hard choice. Because this is choosing between 2 settings which I've been playing through recently. And the thing is, we're getting a new one for one of them. I'm gonna go with Star Wars. I was gonna say Lord of the Rings... But there's already new Lord of the Rings games in the works, and Lord of the Rings Online is a fantastic game.
Oh yeah, but the COD are free rumors.
Yeah, but that's not an MMO now, is it?
Oh, well, how do you know? Maybe they
I
changed
hope
the
it's
development.
not. We already have one KOTOR MMO, we don't need a second one. But I think if you did it right, out of Star Wars you could make the most open and cool MMO. I know this sounds like literally just like a bucket dream of like remaking Star Wars Galaxies, but like a lot of the ideas that Star Wars, what SWTOR does, it does it right, but like it's very limited in what it can do. I want something very open and like vast, like Star Wars Galaxies was, where you can. I want a Star Wars game where you literally, if you want to, you can be a nobody. Because I don't like when MMOs are always like, you are the hero, you are the chosen one, you must save the world. What if I just want to be like a shitty like worker on a mining colony in like the outer districts of space?
Be like me in Albion. Crash the wood market.
Like I basically want RuneScape in space. but not like the control combat system, just the actual like 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 openness of RuneScape. You can do whatever you want, but then make it Star Wars. Because combat wise, like for me, my favorite combat style is still, I have to say, like World of Warcraft style tab targeting. Because like it feels both strategic, action packed, and calm enough for me to enjoy it fully.
I really like Final Fantasy 14 combat. Well, that's pretty much my favorite MMO, to be honest.
True, you did. It for a while was my favorite MMO, but
I know the only thing you go on, you buy a Fantasia potion, play a little bit, and then log out.
you see, I liked it before I played Lord of the Rings Online
Yeah.
because I would full on say Lord of the Rings Online is my favorite MMO, even though
It is cool.
I like that game is very close to just being open. Like sure you're still like it's Lord of the Rings, so you're still meant to be like you're the hero, you fight against the darkness. But like I never feel like that game telling me like okay, you go this way and then if you look on the right you see that and look on the left you see that, but you go straight in a line. You follow main quest only. And then you do shitty instances. In that game it's like almost like go explore the world, find weird quests, and main story is also there, which parallels with the story of the books. You're not a part of the Fellowship, which I would have hated in the game if it was like, oh, you're the
member of the Fellowship.
yeah, you were always in the background of the Fellowship helping them. No, you're literally a side character fighting all the wars that the Fellowship doesn't.
Tolkien was a bit lazy to write me in, so here I am.
He was busy translating everything into Dwarvish and Elvish. But about our ideal MMOs, I wanted to ask you, how would you like story content to be done? For example, in your pirate MMO, like, would you like there to be story content or not at all, or?
Well, I think I want the first priority to be like the combat.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I think a solid combat system is very important. Sound has to be as well pretty important.
Sound design.
I think sound design is very important in games. Like, if a game is really bland in sound, it feels wrong to do something in it.
I can agree. For me, it doesn't ruin it completely. For me, it's like I need to like the art style. If I don't like the art style, then I'm out. But sound design does play a huge part in it, because like, if you have attacks that feel beefy and chunky, it just makes you feel awesome and cool. Yeah. And then also like atmospheric sounds and the soundtrack and everything, like all of that, like that plays big into it. So I can agree, yeah. But like specifically like story wise, like how would you want the game to be like story driven? Like how would you like to deal with story content? Is it like very SWAT-esque where it's like all cutscenes, all fully voice acted, you get like different choices? Like what would you like in that sense?
Well, I think the first thing I necessarily I wouldn't want to fucking the story to be like mandatory. I think, like you said, I think it should not be mandatory. If you don't want to do the main story, sure, go do some dungeon or something, just to like
So basically,
I want some grinding in it as well. I think some grinding is always nice. Like I don't want the game to be about grinding, but I want some grind. I think something like a wood chipping profession always feels nice.
Yeah, like a lumberjack, a miner, a farmer, a fisherman, a hunter,
smuggler.
Smuggler.
Yeah.
Yo, actually, in the pirate game, like you smuggle. Say there's a prohibition going on in certain parts of the map, and you have to smuggle in like rum and stuff. Like
pretty much like a Euro Truck Simulator with a boat.
But yeah, that'd
be some storms would be pug as well, I think.
Oh, true. And there's like random events that can happen in the storm.
Yeah, like a kraken appears.
And or like a whirlpool.
Oh, and then music then kicks in like with heavy drums.
Oh,
goddamn like like Kratos fucking in the background starts like, you know, doing Mongolian throat singing. Yeah, yeah, dude.
I just had an idea. I mentioned typhoons. So imagine
Yeah.
your ship has like it can take damage and then you need to repair it. So what I just thought of typhoon, if you go directly into it,
What a spout, Captain.
but like you go into the typhoon and if you go deep into it, you spin in, spin in, spin in, and then it's like a wormhole. So it spits you out in the other part of like some random part of the
And you're
map,
like,
and your ship is very damaged. So if you go into combat with that, you're fucked.
oh, dude. Okay, now you're. I want environmental kills with ships. I want a ramming class ship. He
Oh.
goes in a typhoon to gain damage, like the speed, and then he like rams a fucking kraken.
Okay, I know that this would be really hard to do in a physics engine because this would like be crazy. But imagine in PvP if you could ram someone's ship and it splits in two, and you have players on both sides of the ship like panicking because the ship is going down in two parts. Yo, I like how it started with like. Well, like each of us talking about our ideal MMO. I'm fully on board with your pirate MMO now. I want this to exist.
I want my Mongolian Kratos in a fucking thunderstorm.
How would the trading market work? Like what I was thinking, there would be like a typical auction house for like
Yeah,
the boring trading, and then there's like
regional. I feel like there would be one big player market, like, but I think a regional markets would be pretty cool where you could trade like stuff. For example, I don't know, you own like a fucking I don't know a plantation on one of your islands. You make some I don't know sugar canes. Then you go to like the other shit part of map where maybe like the goddamn market boards don't have any sugar canes. You sell them for a good price there. You know, Euro Truck Simulator 2.
what I was gonna say
Or
is
some
like
trade.
I would like want there to be like a centralized or maybe region based. Actually region based cool because then you can have different laws in different regions. But I
Yeah.
was saying like I want there to be an auction market, but there's like certain laws, for example, like the capital takes tax from every trade, and there's like contraband items. But then there's the open player trading, and the reward of it is you can trade contraband and you can talk your own prices. But the risk of it is that it's actually allowed to scam each other.
Oh, yeah.
So you can actually like, for example, you put out the goods before you've been paid, and then the guy just pulls out a musket on you and is like, "I'm sorry, man, I'm taking this with me." But then your reputation goes down for doing that, and you get the wanted bounty on your head, and then oh my god,
Man, it feels like fucking EVE Online I'm hearing.
pretty much, but pirates.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, okay. Uh, that Eve thing kind of kicked the topic. Eve has like security levels in like regions.
yeah.
Like pretty much, if it's a good like what was it above one, then it's really fucking protected. If it's like below one, it's kind of like lethal. If it's around zero, it's almost non-existent. If it's fucking the lowest, it's like fucking free reign of terror.
Okay.
Do you think that something similar like this, like for example, you try to rob some merchants, like AI merchants,
Mhm.
in a like a zone which is protected by like a government of some kind?
There should be a mechanic where I think the merchant ship instantly goes for like a flare to signal like soldier ships to like come and arrest you if you're in that zone. But then if you escape it, then like say you go to a neutral zone and then they like still chasing you but like less because it's like not their controlled waters, and then you go into like a full on chaos zone, they don't follow you because they're like fuck that. And then I just thought of, you're escaping, you're not even in the neutral zone, you're still in the control zone. A typhoon opens. You go into the typhoon and escape from them with all the goods on your ship. Yo.
Would there be a bounty system, do you think?
Yes, I like how. I don't know if it would be a bounty system where like players can take bounties, but I do want like a wanted level. For,
I think it should not be with players. It's gonna be really chaotic and like.
It would be abused.
Yeah.
With like an AI bounty system, like ESO for example, they have their bounty
Yeah.
system. I think that could work, but then you
Yeah,
could pay off some people to like not have a bounty, like Assassin's Creed 4 style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think if we like keep talking about this game, we're gonna talk about for hours. So we're gonna move on to the last topic, and this is this is a very controversial topic in the past week specifically. So a heavily anticipated, huge like game-changing mod for the game Fallout New Vegas came out called Fallout New Vegas Frontier. Now this mod has been like expected for years, and it's like massive. It adds like a whole new story to it. There have been some issues, and I'm going to pull up some articles to have reference of what exactly have been the issues. Fallout Frontier drama.
As we can see, we have prepared very, very well for this.
Okay, I have a
Already
Eurogamer article.
Oh,
Okay.
my favorite.
So the title is the Fallout the Frontier goes offline. So their official website, they went offline. They're not allowed the mod to be downloaded anywhere. After a modder accused of sharing animated pedophilic content. Okay, let me. So basically, what I've heard is first off, they've had a lot of questionable people work on the mod. Like I know there's one mod maker who made like 60% of the mod, and he was really bad at writing. He didn't do anything illegal, but he was just really bad at writing. And whenever any of the devs is like asked if they can change something, he said no. And if they changed it, that he would leave with all the assets he made and with his scripting abilities, because he is the best at scripting out of all of them. So they were forced to run with this horrible dev. But then I heard that Modest had some, let's say, writing issues in other parts where I remember there's foot fetishes
Yes.
in the mod. There's stuff about sex slaves. And this isn't, so this one is like, of course the accusation going out of like there being like pedophilic content shared. But they're apparently, there's one character in the mod called America, and she like she likes to she doesn't like to, she runs one of the new factions.
America.
There is apparently a birthday card in the game, which would to some people it seems that only recently she turned 18. Which, like, to a lot of people, because this is a character where, first off, the foot fetish thing comes in, but also, like, you can pretty much, even though the devs deny this, you can pretty much make her your sex slave.
Oh.
Because there's sex slaves in the game, but they did that in reference to, like, Fallout 3. But specifically with the character America, I think there was a voice line like, "Oh yeah, you're my dirty little slave," and then she responds with, "Yes, of course, master," and she puts on a collar.
Oh.
Now the devs are trying to deny that, saying that that's not a sex slave, and I'm just like, I mean,
It's just some kinky.
it's not what it looks like, officer.
Well, why does it have to instantly be such a bad thing? Huh?
I'm just
Maybe some
shocked.
kinky bad play.
Like we have all these like crazy or either like remasters of game mods or like content update mods coming out. And they're so anticipated huge, and then a mod like this drops, and not only is the mod like very lackluster and poorly written and stuff, but it has all this like controversy added to it. Like I always expect this type of stuff from like AAA devs of like sexual misconduct in the office, crunch, bad, like buggy as hell, basically cyberpunk. But it kind of shocked me to see like that the modding community has this. But then again, the modding community, they don't have, like, you have a dev team. You're not a company. You don't have to follow any policies. You're just freelancers making content. But like,
did they even get paid for it?
No, like it's fan made because they also all this drama started with the mod was uploaded. and one of the guys that worked on the mod but left because of mixed opinions and people didn't mix well and stuff like that. He left. He found in the mod, and he didn't do this to sabotage them, because he went through DMs to tell them about this. But apparently which dev? I think the dev that made the faction with America and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He used a pentagram, and the issue wasn't it was a pentagram, but the asset was taken from a certain game. So they use assets from games like Stalker and some other games that are allowed to, because Stalker assets are allowed to be used and Fallout assets you can use. They were using, it was a pentagram from Doom 3, and that's not open assets. So it started with this one mod contacting through DMs, being did you guys by any chance use this asset? It's illegal and all that, and you'll be taken down from Nexus mods. Then the current devs, he left, but the rest of the states, you're trying to sabotage us, even though he DM'd them, and you're trying to get us off Nexus mods. And all they did, instead of removing the asset, they just banned the guy from their Discord and blocked him. So they were given a good warning. They took it as a threat and just hid. So I don't know. That's been a complete mess.
Oh, yeah.
But I think this is where we're gonna end today's special episode of the Chicken Steak Podcast. It's been it's been refreshing to have, you're my third co-host in a way, you could say. So it's always fun to have
sprinkle some MSG on the podcast. It's gonna improve it.
Yeah. It's always nice to have someone else to get some other opinions on the podcast. But yeah, it's been fun having you on this week. And to all our listeners, if you enjoyed, of course, you can subscribe to the channel, the podcast, and you can wait for next week's episode, which hopefully Dale will be back, but I am not sure, because he's having some technical and personal issues. Nothing too serious, but he's a busy man. But either way, thank you guys for listening. I have been your host, Bruno. Today, my co-host has been Echo.
Yippee!
Thank you for listening, and see you guys next week.